Hey there guys, it's your good pal Wiggly, and welcome back to more Let's Play Gyakuten Saiban Yomigaru Gyakuten Blind. In the last episode, we pretty much spent the entire time trying to get permission to access this evidence room where the second murder happened. And in this episode, we're finally going to get to go in here and figure out what the heck is going on. Okay, nothing really out of the ordinary so far. I do see like a cloth sticking out of the top left locker. But I also notice that there's a metal detector over there, and I wonder if that might be the same metal detector that we had before? Maybe? That would be funny, but I doubt it. February 23rd, Evidence Room, Sector 3. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. Also, there's handcuffs next to a car door. Literally attached to a car door. I just noticed that, too. That's super weird. So this is the evidence room. It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. True, actually. The Phoenix is right. The vibe is much more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Okay. Oh, hi, Gumshoe. What the heck are you doing here? Whoa! What the... Emma, did you just... Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. True. So is it true what I heard? Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give him $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's desire. Knock yourself out. Yeah, it's true. So, Chief of Police Gant. Will loan anyone $50? Even me? Oh my god. You know what? Go for it, Gumshoe. See what happens. Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Really? Okay. Just for today? Boss for a day. But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Oh, okay. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Alright, evidence room floor plans. Let's take a look. Scene of the stabbing of a detective at the PD. Okay. Alright, what is going on? Those are the parking lot floor plans. We have so much evidence already. I wonder if we'll hit a third page. Okay. I mean, I assume it happened in that back right corner. There's only one way out of here, which makes sense. It is a room that's supposed to be under tight security, though it didn't seem to be. Alright, boss for a day. So, Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day? That's right, it's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? We're right here. They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again. Well, I mean, at least they gave you something to keep you busy, man. I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Of course. I'm a detective after all. Is that where the metal detector came from? And Missile? Is Missile in your locker, Gumshoe? They gave me a locker that only I could open, pal. Only you can open. I forgot what the third one was. I don't remember what the third thing that he offered to lend us was. Because there was Missile, I don't even think we checked out the third one, now that I think about it. So, who knows? Edgeworth. I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. You're awesome, Gumshoe. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee right now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. Man. Edgeworth is so wrapped up in the past. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. What do you mean? Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. Okay. So DL6 is not the only case that is very Edgeworth heavy. When did SL9 happen? Was it during like the period where Edgeworth was like the demon among prosecutor attorneys or whatever? Evidence lockers. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Okay, but we have Bruce's. Why, I'm on my 3rd card since entering the Force already. How long have you been in the Force? That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. Okay. Oh, okay. There's where everything happened. I see a picture in there. So the only locker we can open is our own. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, zap, you get a shock. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the Force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Okay. Well, it's possible to make an impression of a fingerprint and get into the locker anyway, so there's no guarantee that only Bruce has been in Bruce's locker. Okay. Only the assigned detective's prints can unlock it. Indicator lamp lights up when it's open. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Gumshoe. Let's go ahead and start investigating. What's going on in here? Is this Bruce's locker? There's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot, too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. Probably not, but why does he need to? If you're going to talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. Poor Gumshoe. Okay, I mean... So I assume this is probably his locker. Just from context clues, I'm imagining this is probably Bruce Goodman's. This place is stuffed with evidence, stuffed with dreams. I'm not so sure about the dreams. It won't open. Did you really think it would? Hey pal, our security is high-tech around here. Okay. Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. What sorry-looking fishing pole that is. Isn't that the... Actually, now that I think about it, wasn't a fishing pole the 3rd item? So actually, I think that is just a nice little reference to Case 4. Oh, that's my personal pole. It is. I never did get around to using it. Okay, where's Missile, though? I want to see Missile again. He was so cute. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. I called it, man. I'm perceptive, baby. Right, pal. That's that metal detector. The one that led to the solving of that case out on Gourd Lake, remember? Oh, right. Wow, that feels like it was ages ago. It was like 2 months ago, Phoenix. And, I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it will come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. Okay, I imagine that's probably a reference to a future game, then. That cheap-looking box? You can't judge a person or a machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart. Okay, well... So now, every time that we play a game, I'm going to be on the lookout for this to see if that was a nice little cheeky reference, since this case was added after the trilogy. That's the door we just came in through. Looks like you don't need an ID card to get out. I wonder what would happen if Officer Marshall cut the power while we were inside. Let's hope he remembers we were in here. True. Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a corridor. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away. Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. Oh yeah, that is what that is. I recognized it, but I didn't recognize like what it was. Yeah, it's a target. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. Okay. Yeah, I don't know about this case, man. Maybe this is a reference to a future case too. That would be cool. Alright, I guess the paint isn't important. Literally just a blood splatter on the wall. Okay. What's this? Blood? It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. It looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright, what if there are other bloodstains left in the room? True, and we have your luminose solution? I forgot the name of it already. We should use her testing fluid to check it out. I know it started with an L. At least I'm fairly confident it started with an L. Luminol. I was close. Literally one letter away. Ooh, and now we can spray. Okay. Oh, I forgot it goes red. That kind of freaked me out. Oh, that's cool. Even the one that was there. Okay. There's paint. That is genuinely blood. Now that I'm thinking about it. It could have just been paint, I guess. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. Okay. Okay. So there's significantly more blood here than at the car. Which leads me to believe that the real Bruce Goodman died here. But then who and how was there a body in the trunk? Huh. Because it's not as simple as the body was just transported. Because it happened at the same time. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I'm just kind of sorting things out. I'm a bit smooth-brained sometimes, so I'm trying to get everything straight in my head. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, Detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien. Maybe, you know, I wouldn't put it past this series to start doing aliens. We've already pretty much done like ghosts, so that's kind of just a step further, right? This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Okay, thank you. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. I guess not. But I always welcome your opinion, Gumshoe. Okay. So wait a minute. Why is this blue and this purple? Oh, I guess it's just because I didn't... Okay, never mind. I knew it. This is someone's right handprint. What? What's the matter, Detective? This locker, it's mine. It's yours? Who's the girl? Gumshoe. Come on, I'm more interested in that than some silly murder. Who's the girl? Give me the romance. Please, you have to help me. When they come to take me away, oh my god. Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. Of every single character, I think you are probably like the lowest on the list, or one of. Maybe Maya's probably like the bottom of committing a murder, but you are pretty fucking low. I heavily doubt that'll ever happen. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? What? But you're a detective, and that's how he knows that you can't trust the police. All right. So this locker was being opened. All right. I don't know if there's any more blood. We can spray around over here, see what's what. Just because I'm curious. You can go ham. How much fluid's in this bottle? Good God. Okay. Yeah. All right. I think that's it. Somebody in the comments is probably like, Wiggly, why are you still spraying? There's nothing else. Come on. Okay. Okay. I don't want to present. Okay. Just looking at what I have, trying to piece anything else together. Yeah, there's just like no blood. There's blood on her coat. Wait a minute. Hold up. This coat. It could be. It's just a little bit of white cloth, but... But wait, how would she have... Never mind. 30 minutes away. Stopped in the locker. Never mind. God damn it. What is happening? I don't understand this case. Okay, I need to just go. We've already read that. My bad. Paint. Hello. What is a saw and paint doing here? That's a great question. Are they remodeling the room? Since the dawn of time. What? True art has always been a war against oppression. You're right. True art? I noticed that there's a blue that there's blue and yellow paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the blue badger? That's a good point. I didn't piece that together. Good one, Phoenix. Well, you might say this is my studio. That's a terrible place to do this, Gumshoe. Here in the evidence room? Is he made out of evidence? Oh, God. Alright. Alright, elephant in the room. Look, this one's open, and the red indicator light above the door is lit. That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Okay, then what the heck is that other locker? Is it even important? The white cloth? Detective Goodman's locker. Are you sure it's okay to... That's the wrong voice. Are you sure it's okay to leave the door open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. True. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. Well, shucks. So, is this one of his gloves? If it is, then why the hell is it on the police tape? Someone left a glove here, but only one. Also SL9. Detective Gumshoe. Maybe... There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know. You mean SL9? It does have the tag on it. Okay, rubber glove added to the court record. Okay. Before anything else, I need to remember that I can check some things out. Okay. I guess this is unimportant. Okay. Let's see what this looks like. Okay. Just double checking everything. Okay. Glove time. Whoa. That's weird. Because it was like, it straight up looked like just like a 2D drawing at first, and then I turned it and it was like, whoa, it's actually 3D. That's crazy. The tag says SL911. I guess this is another piece of evidence from that case. You know, I never did care for the word tag. It's confusing. Okay, so... Sorry to cut you off, Emma. Okay. So, the SL9 evidence must have been in Goodman's locker. I guess. Huh? What's so confusing about that? Do you know how many other words sound like it? Bag, nag, gag, lag, zag? Zag? Is that a word? Do you challenge me? What, are we playing a word game now? Okay. I guess that's it. So, whoever actually killed Goodman must have been after the SL9 evidence. It's entirely possible... Wait, well, no. I'm trying to figure out how the evidence... I never really considered the fact that if the evidence came from here, how is the knife wrapped in Lana's muffler stuck in Edgeworth's muffler if Lana didn't go there? Did Lana come here beforehand and take the evidence before? Because the murders happened at the same time, so... Oh my god. What? But then, wasn't that the knife used to kill... supposedly used to kill Goodman here? Good god. This is such a weird... I don't feel like... I feel like I'm getting more questions on top of more questions. And no answers. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps. Come on, Phoenix. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? The SL9 incident, pal. See the stickers on one of the pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence. We need to get access to the SL9 case file to figure out what happened in it. It's apparently very important to this case. I mean, obviously, let's take a closer look. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try to put it back together? Are we allowed? Huh, good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. No offense, Detective Gumshoe, but I think that when you see 2 to 3 years on a puzzle, you think it actually means it takes 2 to 3 years to solve, not how old you're supposed to be. But, you know, that's just the vibe I get. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. I mean, it's very clearly a vase, but let's try putting the rest in place. Oh my god, are we actually going to do this? Whoa, okay. Okay. So we have this piece here. Nice. Okay. And then... Ooh, okay. It's a big puzzle time. That's not quite right. That's not it either. Okay. We know that these have to go like this, for sure. Okay, which piece is this supposed to be? Looking for that jagged edge there. Not quite. Is it this one? No. No. Okay. Maybe I'm smooth brain. That one. Okay. It looked smaller than that, but okay. I got you. This? Yeah. Okay. Now it's gotta be this one. Shabam. What is this sticking out of the... I don't know what this is. That's kind of weird. Like this? No, what am I doing? Like that. No? It's hard for me to tell from this angle. I wish I could, like, angle it downward. There we go. Okay, this one is obviously this one. And then it's this one. What is that? Like a... I've never seen that on a vase before. Okay, there's still a piece missing. Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Oh. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. It's a vase, man. I kind of understand how it got broken. Unstable jar? Is it not a vase? Am I... Whatever. Jar pieced back together from fragments found at a crime scene. The piece is missing. Okay. Sounds good, champ. If you put these pieces together, it makes a jar. There are two things that bother me. One, why are some of the pieces missing? Two, doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke. I'll make sure to remember that next time I make a jar. True. Okay. Well, I feel like I have learned nothing whatsoever. Like, yeah, we got like 3 or 4 pieces of evidence here, but I don't feel like I've really learned anything here. What is this? Is it just like the other side of the handle to pick up the jar? I don't... It's so weird. Okay. Hey, look! They're hard to make out, but there are some dark red stains here. Looks like blood. Do you think Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on this when he was stabbed? Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here for months, maybe longer, so this is obviously it's evidence in the case, so... This jar was evidence in the SL9, isn't it? That might be when the blood got on it. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess that is that. I don't know if I have to present anything to Gumshoe. But... Oh, wait a minute. We need to give the... We still need to give the... He doesn't want to talk to us, but also... I forgot about this. That smell. Reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Starr. What's this? What? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. All right, Bambina, you win. Ask anything. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk at last. Okay. Hey there, pal. Partner. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Oh, that poor little doggy. Poor guy, I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Wiggly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look like it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? Yeah, but we have 2 Goodmans, and you're the only person who I don't really know. You know what I'm trying to say. So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. Unlikely. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye over the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kind of like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? I kind of like the broccoli, actually. Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL... Wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker, I imagine. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case? That's right. The evidence transferals. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals, too. Okay. Let's try to keep these in order. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep our only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault of the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. Okay. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. I totally called it that he has no idea what's going on. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. Okay, he doesn't like cauliflower or broccoli. I mean, cauliflower kind of sucks, but the easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. That's fucking ridiculous. Okay. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're a security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Thus the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. Please give us that. Goodman's is not on there. But neither is one that starts in 9. Oh, wait, Goodman's is on there. Never mind. It's the second to last one. Okay. So somebody did use his card to get in there. Who's 777777, by the way? Going in there at 420. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Yeah, the Goodman's was the second to last in there. I didn't look at what time, though, because I'm an idiot. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Okay. Hey. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Oh, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot. The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. It's right there at 514. Okay. Somebody else came in also at 514. I imagine that's Meekins. Look, the fourth number, it's a perfect match. Also, I want to look at this again. It was 9, right? 5-9. It doesn't look like 5 was a mistake. It looks like 9 was a mistake. Okay. Okay. Somebody was forging it, I think. Yeah, that's... Okay. So I imagine they started doing the... Whoever this is, because I don't think Goodman was writing this. So the lost item report had to have been written by somebody else who was, I imagine, forging his, like, signature and shit. And they couldn't remember after the second number, so they just kind of crossed it out and then threw it away. That's what I am sticking with in my head. It was used at 514, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So, when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and I asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. Okay, but did he have an imprint of Goodman's fingerprint? Or that's the real Goodman and somebody stole his ID card and that's whose body is in the trunk. There's a couple possibilities here. We're starting to narrow things down a little bit. It doesn't feel so weird. If he had his ID card, then why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card report. Okay, thank you. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Okay. Probably a good idea. Let's take a look at it one more time. Bruce Goodman. Okay. So we can write down who was who by getting... Okay. Nice. This is a really fun investigation period now. Now that we got past that whole beginning part, I really like this so far. The sheriffs back in the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence. About the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand. I'm sure. This is neither wild nor west here. Actually, it's pretty west. Apparently. L.A. It's like about as west as you can get. Aha, but that and this are two different things entirely. I guess so? Huh? I'm lost. Looks like we need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy. Okay, well. So... Yeah. I don't think there's really anything else to talk about with Marshall. Alright. Gumshoe. Were you in here? Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. I heard the rumors, so it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! What is it? That second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. What? Okay. What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? Okay. Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? That's a fantastic question. 8730579. That's not really related to anything. The number. Oh. What time did he come here? Sorry, I should probably be a little more. 4:40. When did he receive his award? So we know he was in here at 4:40. We know that at 5:12. So there's a whole, like, half-hour gap of what he was doing, unless his award was in the middle of that time. Okay, Edgeworth, all this Edgeworth evidence is now starting to become significantly more interesting. Okay. Well, let's see who else we can find. Mr. Gant, sir. He's not here anymore. Damn it. I want to know his number, but I mean, I guess that's probably not something I'm allowed to know anyway. Meekins, you're this last number, right? Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir. Really? Come on. Okay, I guess... Okay. I guess the only thing left for us to do then, because obviously... I mean, maybe Angel knows something. It's a long shot, but... Do you recognize any of these numbers, Angel? Yeah, nope. I didn't think so. Pre-infusing tea with trilobite goodness, I guess. Edgeworth. He's not here. Okay. Then... There's so many places to go. Yeah. That's all you've got. Okay, then we need more information from Gumshoe about Edgeworth. Okay. Is the music gonna change again? That's cool that you can do that on command. Okay, what's going on with the whole Edgeworth thing, Gumshoe? Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day. Were you at the awards ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal, I got an award. Oh, we saw this dialogue. And why is it broken? There's a reason he doesn't know what it is. Yeah, okay. Mr. Edgeworth car stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife. Okay. This is all the same. Yeah. It almost seems like Edgeworth is the one being framed the most here. Why? Why, though? And why is this evidence? I still don't know why this is evidence, but... Okay. You can't open up the lockers if your fingerprint doesn't match. If you can open it, they'll give you 50 cents. Really? No, the police department lacks faith in its lock system. After all, Detective Goodman was stabbed here after opening his locker. But at the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office. That's so weird. What happened? Okay. Speaking as a detective, I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about. I say nothing. Okay. Okay, well. We need to get Edgeworth to show up. Is there anything else I can present to you to get any more information? Detective Goodman's note and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. Okay. So, we have a connection to Edgeworth now. Did he lose? That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared, so no, I don't think he lost, he won, with probably fabricated evidence. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. I'm sure there are. Something funky happened. Okay. Well, I guess that's... these days everything... I can never relax. It's only because you always lose your card. Yeah, okay. I guess that's it for this, but what about Marshall? Is there anything new that we can present to Marshall here? Actually, wait, yeah, you were connected to the SL9. So maybe you know some information about all these. I guess not. God damn it. Please give me some info about this case. Okay. I'm getting kind of impatient. You don't know anything because you weren't here for some fucking weird reason. Okay. I mean, I guess that's it. Well, Angel? Angel worked on the case. She's the only other person I can talk to right now other than Meekins, but I don't think Meekins is going to be much help. Do you know anything about any of this? No. Okay. Well, we're back at another situation where I don't have any idea what to present to who. Oh, okay. Gumshoe has new information now that we... Okay, that's my bad. That one is completely my bad. I did not check and see if he had new information after that dialogue. I'm slipping. Sorry, guys. Now, that was a bloody, violent case. Please tell me about it. Violent. So it was a murder? Always. A serial killing. Okay, that's actually more complicated. A serial killing. Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight, and started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? Oh. So, that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Okay. Interesting. Did that change anything? Is there anywhere else to go now? Alrighty, so I've been going around for the last like 45 minutes trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do. I've been presenting everything to everybody, I've been talking to everybody, I've been examining everything, and I can't figure out what I'm supposed to do. So I went ahead and I looked at a spoiler-free guide just for this one part. I kind of feel bad about it, but after seeing what it was, I kind of don't actually feel very bad about it because I tried doing this and it didn't work. So I must have not done the right spot. There's more blood on this locker. I tried spraying around and I couldn't find anything, so I guess that's my bad. But yeah, I had to use a guide for the first time in this series. I apologize. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey, That's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. Excellent. Good plan, Gumshoe. Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans. Hey, pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry minute should be letting out soon. Okay, thank God. I'm going to give them my report for the day. What the heck is that? Does that say Trabian on the bottom? I can't read any of the other text, but what the heck is that character? It might help, you know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. Damn. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. Alright, so yeah, it looks like the same person as this one. It looked like the same handprint. But this one was actually, like, successfully wiped off. So that's interesting. Yeah. Okay, whose locker is this? We need to find that out. That's very important information. It's probably Lana's, if I had to guess. Okay. Edgeworth. Buddy old pal. That's the wrong building. We need to go to the underground parking lot first, and then we can go there. There we go. Oh, thank God. I've never been so happy to see this green text. Oh my God! Bellboy, what are you doing here? Hi. Ah, guests, my apologies. Oh, it's you. I don't remember what voice I gave him, so I'm going to give him a new voice. Have we met somewhere? Please, sir, come on. I'm the one who made you famous. Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Did you hire him as a butler, Edgeworth? Oh my God. Okay, that's cool. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Can you order room service this far away? Right. He has the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Oh, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Probably. Hey, buddy. I have a feeling I know I have a feeling I know what I need to do with you to move forward, but let's talk to him anyway to get more information. So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Did you fucked up during SL9, didn't you? By Von Karma's demand, no doubt, I bet. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney, however. Something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. That's so sus, dude. Ugh. The police department? Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the chief of police, Gant. Oh, God. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you? Why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still... Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Yeah, he's still going through some development, no doubt. Hey, I don't mean to thrust this on you now, but what's up? Oh, right. I better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went to the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. So, why? Why were you there, and then also you went to the parking lot? Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less. This guy is such a scumbag. He's so sus. The Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. AI-16? No, not another case. Ugh. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Oh, God. What now? Evidence from a past case of Edgeworth's brought back to his office by Gant's request. Okay. It sure looks like something that you could use to stab somebody. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. It may not yet, but it sure will, I'm sure. Oh my god, we do have a third page. Let's go. Right, please, I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea. I'll pass on the tea, just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in a very polite manner. Whose side are you on anyway? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get a reaction out of him. Okay. What do you know about... Let's double check with him. Nope. Okay. Do you know anything about SL9? Can I get any information from you about that? No? Am I done with you now? Okay. That's fine. Hopefully that's not Edgeworth's locker, now that I think about it. Okay. So you were in there 32 minutes before the stabbing happened. I still feel like I don't know what's happening. Okay. Is there anything new anywhere else? Well, Angel's gone. I'm glad that they at least, like, eliminate people as it goes along. I like how they don't keep taking him into questioning. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? I'm sorry, but I have no idea what that is. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Can we find Gant? No. Oh. He's gone too. And so is this. Okay. Gumshoe's also gone. Okay. So all we have now are Meekins and Edgeworth, right? One of these days I'm gonna have to go back to the law office and present something to, like, Emma or Maya. Or if we get another assistant in another game, I don't know. But one of these days that's gonna happen, mark my words. Okay. So it's gotta be something with Edgeworth then. Oh, this is new. I know you. You've probably got a hold on some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident. We need to know about this case. Can we go to the, like, archive? And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Please. Please, please. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time. Was Gant? Yeah, okay. Who was the chief? Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago, too, then. He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? Of course he does. You should see him on a ladder during an earthquake. What I want to know is why a deputy of chief of police on the investigation. Yeah, that's a good point. In truth, I use slightly more extreme methods than normal. Like your previous normal or your current normal? We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't... Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. That's good. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this. Is this a fingerprint swab? It is. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. No, we're not. We're all in this together trying to figure out the truth. I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? True. He'll find some more stuff too. Recovers fingerprints from handprints for comparison with fingerprint file. Okay. As long as nobody's burned their fingerprints off again, which is like the most suspicious thing you can do. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember us seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. I know exactly where that is. Let's go get a fingerprint impression of both of those handprints. There are two of them. Okay. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. There are two of them, though. Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Okay. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. Looks like the thumb. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. Okay. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma started to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we sprinkled the aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? With the X button, of course. See? Ah, it looks like that did the trick. This is so cool. I really hope this is something we keep doing. I like all of the more in-depth like actions going on. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Oh my god, did this use the DS mic? That'd be so funny. Huh? How do I do that? With the triangle button. Exciting, I know. You literally are just supposed to like blow it. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake, see? Wow, that looks like fun. It might take some getting used to though. It's fine, it won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. I guess I better give it a try. Okay. Let's go super hard. Aha, you did it. You found one. But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't, because it's a glove, right? What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely. Oh, Seems like there are fingerprints outside of the bloody handprint as well. Ah, let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside of the blood. I mean, there's this right here. Okay. Hacha, let's spread it all around, baby. Let's get it real nice and coated, almost completely white. And then hacha, nice. That is a genuine fingerprint. On Gumshoe's locker. Is it Gumshoe's fingerprint? Let's get it a little more covered to make it clear. There we go. Yay, a print so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet? This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth, and point out the person you think left these prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprint would we most likely find on this evidence locker? It'd be Gumshoe. Oh, this is sick! Okay. Yeah, that's so cool! Okay. Comparing. This is so cool. Nice. Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. Well, she was just teaching us how to do it, Phoenix. I guess that's probably because I was thinking so what. Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Yes. Let's do just that, baby. Okay. This is where we got a luminol fluid reaction, right? Right. There was a handprint here. Okay, wanna try using this? Absolutely. There go her eyes sparkling again. Check for prints. She really does like the science stuff. Okay, let's check for prints. That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. Okay. Whose locker is this? Okay. We can do it right here, I guess. Alright. Let's get it nice and really covered this time. And voila! Get a little more concrete here. Alright. Is it Lana? No. Whomst. Not Bruce Goodman. Ooh, I think I was on the money. You son of a gun. Hey, these fingerprints, whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? He's the only one without like a really solid alibi. That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma. This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain. What did he do? But why would Officer Marshall... It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you call decisive evidence. I I don't believe it. Sorry, Emma. This is just how it goes. To be continued. Okay. That was such a long investigation period, but it was really good. When I wasn't stuck. Though, being stuck is also kind of my fault as well. Okay. Well, things are getting spicy. Thank you all for watching this episode of Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Blind. I've been Guildmaster Wiggly. If you enjoyed the video, please consider... I didn't mean to go on. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like. If you are new, consider subscribing. If you want to follow my Twitch, Twitter, or join my Discord, they're all in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next episode when we head into Trial 2.